are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw is Beathard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. To throw is Beathard. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Throwing on first down. Chambers dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looking to throw. Chambers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Chambers. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll throw here. Beathard. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Beathard. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Beathard to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, Chambers, and he fires one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Roberts with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Beathard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funches, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Detroit.
From the gun, Chambers. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
To throw on 2nd down. Chambers over the middle to Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
We got four down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Gone, 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 gone. Here we go now. Blue, landed.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Lucky 56.
Here's Beathard to throw. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A give to Howard. Runs over it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Off play action. Chambers. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Back to throw Beathard. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before.
And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, as the first half is winding down, and his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. Kill.
Hot!
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chambers. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Chambers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Chambers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Malik Collins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll look to throw here. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
To throw on 2nd down. Chambers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
Back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gano's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chambers. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, Chambers. And this is going to be incomplete. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
To throw is Beathard. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
Gone!
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
They get it to him running left. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's it, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. To throw is Beathard. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19!
They'll throw here. Beathard. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Detroit!
Here's Beathard to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Beathard going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Beathard. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. And Godot's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
We got 3.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
58 fight. 58 fight.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.